Because I said so. 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 Hey guys, welcome back to the Biz Podcast, where we take those classic mom sayings and turn them into today's best conversations. I'm the daughter, Denim and Laquesha.
And I'm her mother, Laquesha, here to make sure she remembers where she got all of her wisdom.
Okay, alright. Now today's episode is Holiday Hustle, which is about finding peace amid all the chaos that comes with the Christmas holidays. But we could not do a Christmas episode without people who make the holidays so memorable. So everybody welcome our family! Alright, family, I want you guys to introduce yourselves from the right to the left.
I'm Avery, I'm the cousin.
I'm Tricia, and I'm the sister.
I'm Denise, and I am the sister.
I'm Amanda, and I'm Sanaya's mom, who's Jackson's girlfriend.
I'm Liz, and I'm the cousin.
I'm Cece, and I'm the sister.
Okay, so in this episode, we are going to be discussing the most wonderful and stressful time of the year. We're going to be talking about navigating family dynamics, setting boundaries, and keeping the holiday meaningful without going crazy.
Because, Mom's always a reason behind every because I said so.
Right.
All right. Before we dive in, let me just say, every teen, every parent, every family is different. What worked for one household may not work for another, and that's okay. I'm just sharing my experience as a mom, and while I've been through a lot with my kids, I certainly don't have all the answers. Parenting is a journey, and we are all learning as we go, right? So take procrastinate with you and leave what doesn't. And remember to trust your own instinct. At the end of the day, you know your kids better than anyone. This is just one mom sharing her advice because I said so.
All right, Mama. So with that being said, grab your snacks, preferably cookies for stand-up
Or eggnog, and let's relax and dive in.
because the best talks come with a little bit of motherly or family love. Enjoy the episode, y'all!
Okay, so let's begin with segment 1, where we're discussing what makes the holiday so chaotic. So our first question is, what's the most stressful part of the holidays for you? Is it shopping, hosting, or dealing with family drama?
I would say the cooking, having a timeline, getting everything hot at the same time. Right.
This is this year's host, Avery. So
Howdy from Texas.
What about y'all down there?
I think I would agree. Hosting, I think, is the most stressful. That's why, I just don't want to do it.
Well, to piggyback off of that, I've never hosted on a holiday except for once, and that was crazy. So when I do again, I've definitely learned it from the best. But I would say shopping for me can be a little bit tedious with little ones. It's hard to find the time, so thank God for Amazon. Amen.
So for me, I would venture to say a hosting for me, it's finding the right gift for the right person. I always seem to struggle with making sure I get it right. That stresses me out more. And it's gotten so much so that I'll just get your gift card and say, and we'll just keep it moving. But in terms of hosting, I really think that's what the holidays are about. They're about family. They're about coming together. That's not the stressful part, right? If you don't like my food, don't eat it. But 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to be cooking most of it anyway. As a family, we normally contribute. That takes a lot of the stress off of the cooking. But for me, I would just say it's the gift game.
it's why I know. But when I do, I usually lean on y'all to set up around. So yeah.
Okay. And I would say shopping. I'm very much like a giver. So I love gifting things for people. But like my birthday, December 12th, by the time I'm saying it's going to be my birthday already. But it's just so hard because I feel like the turnaround time is so quick. I spend all my money on everybody else. And I don't know,
Sometimes people get offended when you don't get them gifts, but you're not that close with them, so it's like, it's awkward. But I love, shopping for everybody. But it's tough. It's tough to know what everybody wants, and like, I guess how much to spend. Like, you spend $20 on somebody nowadays, they're like, only $20. It's just like, I could use that somewhere else. So I don't know. I don't think shopping for me. Yeah, I would say away. I don't host, so I live away from family. Maybe that's the reason why. I don't know. But I don't host. But shopping for me, I guess, would be the most. But I've changed that now. My kids are older, so I just give them money. And honestly, it comes out cheaper to just give them money, because once they find out how much the things they ask for, how much they cost, then that gives them a little bit of reality and how much you invest in them every year. So that would be mine. All right, next question. Can you remember a holiday where everything seemed to go wrong? And if so, what happened?
I cannot. No.
Okay.
No.
Every single holiday, there's something that's unexpected that happens. But that's where you have to really focus in on the gratitude and being present in the moment to be able to overcome it. It might be your roof leaking. I had 3 roof leaks in the last 3 weeks. I had a dog eat poison. He was going to die. He was hospitalized. I had every excuse not to host. But I was so grateful for my family to be able to come. There was nothing that was going to stop that. Every single year, there's one year I hosted my mother and my sisters. I had a water leak in my front yard. A whole big tractor had to come dig up my yard. I had the flu. Every single year, something tries to come again just to stop the holidays. But nothing ever stops me because I love my family.
Okay, I can't say everything went wrong, but I don't know what year this was. I was at my dad's. I came back to, I want to say, with Aunt Sandra's house. I get in there, and they did this big prank on all of the kids, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're giving all your gifts away to the kids."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I remember that.
And when I tell you we were all bawling, like, I'm not gonna say like it went totally on top of the kid, but y'all, that was a really bad prank.
Well, not only that, you guys got oranges and nuts in a bag.
Yeah.
And we were like, they're so spoiled. They're so rotten.
No, but that's why I was
So
so
let's give them
mad.
some oranges and nuts for Christmas.
Y'all didn't give me
Tell them
air
we
or
gave their
nothing.
gifts away.
That's why I was so mad. So I didn't get air. BJ got witch hazel. He got bad over his face. I was like, hello, I didn't get air. I can't be mad at getting the air. Just say, did you get air?
No, I got a green onion.
You got a green onion?
You know what? I'm going to do my birthday. We got it.
I love that. Did anybody cut that out? Like, went wrong at all? Anything happen? Okay. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful.
I got COVID.
All right, cool.
This is correct. So I will go. I'm going to piggyback off of CC. The holiday itself, it was good to be with. This is when I was in LA with my kids, and CC caught COVID. And literally, like, all of us caught it back to back to back. So we spent Christmas. I'm like playing with the Oculus. I'm like, I am nauseous. I'm hot. Like, I didn't know if I was getting motion sickness or what it was, but it ended up we were all getting COVID was setting on. So that was the worst thing.
That was a bonding moment though. We were all sick with COVID. It was like, we gotta be in the space together. We can't go nowhere. I was kind of happy, like, cause oh my God, y'all, like COVID. We can all debate about that one day, but COVID to me was such an eye-opener. I didn't get to spend as much time with family as I did during COVID. Like, we drove down to Auntie and Uncle Leon's house, and we had the time of our lives because of school, because of work. Like, we hadn't had that time to just travel and just be with family. So that for me was like, oh yeah, like, I don't really care. I'm not in school right now. We're at home. I play with my siblings. I can play the game. I don't know. I thought it was fun, but it went wrong. You're right.
All right, I digress. Third question. How do you handle the pressure to make the holidays perfect? You all are actually pretty good with that.
Yeah.
Okay. I just do what I can. Yeah.
I agree with Denise. Nothing is perfect. So I think just being together with family is what makes the holidays great. So as long as we get time to do that, I'm happy.
Where do I even start? I think it's so different for me, and it can be challenging because how do I make them perfect in an imperfect situation? You know, it's just me and my kids, and I get emotional. But, you know, it's like, you know, they go from maybe their dad's house one year to my house the next. And I have the two younger ones that are with me consistently. And I think it's just finding the time to be with family. And, you know, this family that I'm, you know, doing this podcast with has been a blessing. And I asked Denim before she started the podcast, I said, is this something that you're okay with me doing? And she said, yeah, you're family. So, you know, that makes it perfect. So shout out to y'all because you're the real ones.
Well, for me, I'm gonna take a step back and just like take a peek into my household during the holidays, and I absolutely love to decorate.
Oh yeah, I can get down.
Like I love to put things up to me and play my my Let It Snow music while I'm decorating. That takes a lot of stress off of me for the holidays because it's like that puts me. Again, we know he's the reason for the season, right? Yes. But it's just so heartfelt. And so I try to make it something and we'll just enjoy it. That's where my joy comes from.
Using these creative days to bring us together is a benefit, and the fact that and I live so far away from all my folks, it just I'm just grateful to when we can all get together and we feel the love whether we see each other every day or we see each other once every few years. It doesn't matter. Family is family. Love is love. We're fortunate in that our prior generation taught us that. They're gone now. Mm-hmm. But the fact that we're trying to keep it going is just a testament and respect to that. Mm-hmm. So that's what it's doing.
Yeah,
I'm Leon, and I have the pleasure of being married into the family. It's important that we try to get rid of this thing that we chase so much, right? Like we chase perfection in our work, we chase perfection in our relationships, we chase perfection in what our home look like, and it's really just an unnecessary burden. Like you miss all the little moments of making a cake that don't rise, right? It's not perfect, but it's humor in that.
Yeah.
Right? It's laughter, and in that laughter, you're gonna find all of the love you need. So we need to get rid of this notion of perfection. It only exists. It only came in one time, and now it's past.
That's right. I'm a piggyback off there.
That's bourbon.
I love what Leon says.
That's bourbon.
To be transparent, I struggle with perfectionism all the time. I'm constantly striving. But about 3 years ago, I had an epiphany, and I decided that it wasn't really about being perfect. It was just it was rooted in my faith with Christ. Christ is excellence. And so it's not about perfection, it's about excellence. So how can I position myself, and so more practically to the audience, those that struggle with like perfectionist and getting it right, want to do your best. It's not really about doing your best, it's about doing it unto God. I'm doing this excellently unto God. Everything that I do, the platform that I have is to worship you. So when I'm serving my family, I want to do it with my full heart unto God so that they can benefit and be where they are. We don't know what our family's going through during the holidays. So if they can come here and be themselves with their hair down and relax, I'm doing it unto God so God can create a space for them to feel at home. So that is what it's about. It's about doing it into the holidays for me is how can I come worship you with my full heart? And then on the other side, practically speaking for people that don't have faith or are still struggling with perfectionism, planning. You know, being a planner, having a routine, finding space where maybe your kids aren't around that you have, even if I'm in the shower, if I'm on the toilet, I'm on the grocery bill, like how can I do this to make this more efficient for me? That's very helpful. And I don't put stress on myself to get it done because I know it's going to get done regardless because that's what moms do. We get shit done.
Shout out to that.
That is true.
And that is basically the story right here. So I have a motto, and I don't even know if I should say it on. Definitely it follows Nike slogan, and I just move forward. I just do it. So I don't really think about things in the moment. I just set my goal. I just move towards it, and I block everything else out. So I just try to deafen everything around me. I kind of live by Rich Dad Poor Dad, so I don't try to limit myself. So some people may have said that my kids are spoiled or this or that. It's just whatever I felt I wanted to do and provide for my kids and teach them. That's just what I did. And I removed whatever barriers there were to doing those things. So even when it comes to holidays, I don't know if I've ever strived for perfection. I just know ultimately what it is I wanted to. And now that they're older, I'm really just happy to be able to spend time with them. So wherever they are, I just try to bring us together, just like in this holiday season. So, I'll travel and do whatever I can do to spend time with family. And this is the width of a lot of my family. There's more. And then I have, my children as well. So I find balance in that. I've gotten past, what people think I should do. And I just do what is on my heart to do in each season. So it's not for everyone to understand.
All right, we're going to go on to the second segment now, which is finding joy in the chaos. My first question is, what's one thing you guys do to stay calm and enjoy the holidays, even when things get super, super hectic?
Music really helps. Whether it's Drake, whether it's Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas.
You gotta put me on that.
Whether it's Maverick City. Genre, it's music. It's food for the soul.
Mm-hmm. I would definitely have to piggyback off of that. Even today, I was at home without my two older daughters, Sanaya and Serenity. They're 13 and 16, and I have a 2.5-year-old and a almost 10-month-old. And so trying to function in a different space when they're not home with the little ones, getting them ready, and we're trying to make it over here, and I'm trying to get them dressed, and one wants this and one wants that. I'm like, Lord, we need some worship music. So I'm putting on the worship music. The baby calms down. AJ's running around and he's singing, and so I can definitely attest to the music. And then just finding fun in the small things. For example, yesterday I went to the store. I found these snowballs. They're like fake snowballs. So I came home with them, and I ran up to the kids and I started hitting them with it. And it was just such a fun way for the kids. I mean, the baby was interacting, the older ones were playing. And I think it's just trying to find, like Leon said earlier, just presence in that moment. And I think that takes away so much. And so for me, I find so much joy in my kids, just in the little things, the precious little moments when Elijah's with his little sister and he's just engaging with her and he's kissing on her, or when Sanaya and Serenity, they just showed up and they were so excited to see their siblings. I missed you. That is where I find my joy. It's definitely in my children and in my family. So
yeah, y'all all gave really holy answers. Honestly, I would think that shot. I would say I know. Just saying.
The drink.
Outside of I think that what the drinks bring is kind of like what all of y'all were saying: smiles, laughs, giggles. I think that's really what keeps me calm. I have really deep dimples, so anytime I could show them and just smile and just be present is my favorite thing in the world. It keeps me calm. That keeps me sane. Music too, definitely Drake. I was Drake. All the oldies, 90s music. I'm really a Marvin Gaye fan. He's a little bit older than 90s, but I just love breathing, just taking time to do that. I think that a lot of times we run an errand for shopping. I'm doing online shopping. Let me stop lying. I'm at but I mean, I'm still shopping. In the midst of all that, I'm sitting down, closing the laptop, really just laughing, cracking jokes. I'm the funniest one on the couch. You know what I'm saying? So anytime. Why you do that? Now you know I'm just fun. But yeah, anytime I just fool around with people that I love, I'm calm. Yeah. Anybody else? I'll answer that.
Oh, yeah. He was in Jamaica. It would be the ganja farm. Let me see that.
I would say though, quickly,
and we are in no way sponsored by them, but I will say a soy caramel macchiato and a sugar plum Danish from Starbucks.
Yes.
Okay, that is where I find my calm. If I am having a bad morning or even an afternoon, I will stop through and grab me one of those. And it's probably not the healthiest form of relaxation, but it gets me there.
I always think of my parents, and because I think, just like a lot of people think, my mama was the best mama in the world. You all have heard my daughter and my nieces talk about Christ and what that means. Well, Delita Patterson was probably if there's a heaven, she's there.
Yeah.
And so when she left us, there was confidence in me to know that she's there. So there was no need for tears for real. Frank Patterson, they know, raised me to be a man. So I'm confident in who I am because of the combination of my parents. And again, these holidays is about us getting together again, this family. And it's just, when you're together, it's a reinforcement of the fact that we've done this thing called life well. The vast majority of our family are doing well in the society that really sometimes doesn't benefit us. I think I have 3 doctors sitting on this couch. I have plenty of people making plenty of money sitting on this couch in this society, and sometimes society has been against us, but we serve a God that's real, and that was taught to us by, again, the generation before us.
So,
Yeah.
if the question has to do with what's one thing that I do,
Yeah.
No reason.
I'm going to give you 2 things that I do.
Make a mojito, but if you don't want them. The lab one.
So,
I spend money.
one of the things that I really like to do to calm down during holidays is, after all the shopping is done and everything is good to go, I like to get a nice quiet massage and relax, because I think self-care is important. And then the other thing that I like to do is, I love to sit down with a nice hot cup of tea and just watch Christmas movies.
Amen.
Hallmark.
The Hallmark. Oh my God.
The Hallmark.
That's what I like to do. Now, again, everybody has their own, way. But if this is about helping somebody else, right? If this is about what can you do that's practical and tangible, yes, of course, God is the center of it all.
Amen.
But I do believe there are some things that you do that create those memories, in addition to being with your family, right? If you have certain things you know you're going to do when the shopping is done, I can't wait for a now massage, because I want to, or I can't wait to sit down and watch this Christmas movie with my tea, with a nice heavy blanket, because I know it's soothing, right? So I like to do those type of things, because I just think mental health and self-care is important.
All right, guys, since we have no kids, I'm going to ask you a little bit quieter because they are upstairs. Parents, especially Auntie, at what age do you think parents should stop playing Santa? And how do you handle it when kids start questioning whether Santa is real? Auntie, I really want to hear from you first.
Well, I try not to tell any stories. If she says there are kids in the class that don't believe in Santa, for the most part, I get kind of quiet. And I try to redirect her thought as to what Christmas really means. Which is, it's supposed to represent for us as Christians, like the birth of Christ. So I don't necessarily try to bring any drama into anybody else's household. But having her to go to school and argue that there is a Santa or there isn't. But yeah, I just try to redirect her thoughts to what the season is about. Yeah.
What about you? I know you have a few babies. Do they still believe in Santa? How are you dealing with that right now?
With the full spectrum, well, the younger ones, they kind of know about Santa. The baby, obviously, it's their first Christmas. But Elijah, he kind of, he hears about Santa at school, and he's starting to come into an understanding. And the older ones, they're 13 and 16, so they know about that. They're like, Mom, when were you going to stop? They basically told me, "Hey, you would stop doing that swoopy whoop." So now, for them, I think they just, I can't even remember when they stopped believing. I want to say it was like, it's hard to say because they said they've known for a while, right? Because they're like, we just know how you move, Mom. But I think it was probably about when she was like, maybe like 7 or 8. And then I don't know if this might be like something that not everybody does, but you hear about like the elf on the shelf. So that's like something that's really common now. And they started playing tricks on me, okay? They started moving the elf. I was like, who moved? They were like, we didn't move it. And then they found out. So now I have the older ones playing into the younger ones. So it's kind of become like a fun opportunity for us, again, redirecting what Christmas is really about. My birthday is on Christmas, so we say it's about me. But really, we know it's about Jesus. He's the reason for the season. But just allow him to like participate now. I don't really know. He hasn't really brought up that question, about kids, because of the difference in age. So I guess I just think that when it comes my way, I don't want to cause any drama to anybody else. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that. What about you, Liz?
All my kids are older now, but I think last year is when I found out that Dylan, was like, Mom, I know, who Santa is, and I think it was the same for the girls around the same age, around 12 years old, when they really knew, or at least that's when they told me that they knew who Santa really was. But I've always, around Christmas time, said, we all know what the real meaning of Christmas is. It's not about gift giving and receiving gifts. It's about the birth of Jesus, and so that they know, but of course.
Yes, of course. Right. David?
Yeah, I think I have the most young ones. Diverse group of kids. My kids range from 20 to 6. So I have a different perspective, because with the older girls, 20 years old now, we were able to have Santa in our house the longest because there was no older siblings to spoil it. So I've seen that a lot in our family where, it's cute for a little while, but then when those kids get older and those older kids think they need to toughen up, guess what, kid? It ain't real. So that has been the issue of my household. Can you please let them be little? Let them be little. And so with Tonye, my youngest, who's 6 now, he was told at 4 years old that Mommy and Daddy are Santa. And he, being who he is, the youngest, and very independent, he has chosen to ignore his older sibling. He still believes in Santa. Yay, he's 6. And overall, I think if I could give you a median, I would say 7. 7 years old is when they were in first grade, second grade, and kids at school were talking about it, and the cat was out the bag.
I'm gonna say it straight up, Auntie, your son BJ, he told me Sarah wasn't right. And that's really when life started for me. BJ, if you're watching this, it's okay, I forgive you. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this kind of is debatable, but I felt like when I learned Santa wasn't real, I learned to appreciate the holidays way more, because I'm sitting here okay, some random dudes bringing down gifts and now down the chimney that we don't have. Some okay. I'm grateful I didn't know that one. Okay, cool. When I learned that it was Mom, and my God, my mom, I get emotional. My mama is such a hard worker. And so just to see how she was navigating life and still able to get us the things that we asked for and desire, and would do anything to get it, was I don't care about Santa. You are the best thing that I could ever ask for. Genuinely. So I would say the age though that they need to know, whenever I would say whenever the parents are ready to let that narrative go. That's real life. People yeah, I worked my butt off to get what you want. That's a really tough thing to grasp at a young age. So parents, I'm gonna let y'all decide whenever you're ready on that. I don't have an age. You know your children better than any of us. So whenever you feel, you're ready for that.
So I'm gonna chime in if I may. My lovely wife talked me off the ledge more than a few times because I was ready to answer the question as soon as they asked for it. So if they could verbalize it, then I would go just shoot a straight of you can choose to believe that a fat jolly white man is coming down the chimney to give you toys and gifts and all of that, but I grew up on the South Side. We didn't believe in Santa Claus because Santa Claus, how the song goes? Santa Claus don't come to the ghetto. He did not come to the ghetto. You get shot. Yeah. So, as a parent, I thought that it robbed kind of what my beautiful niece so eloquently put. It kind of robbed my wife of some of the work and strife that she really, because I'm not really a big Christmas gift person. I'm like, you should just embrace life. You know what I mean? It could be the way I grew up, but she really go hard for birthdays and Christmas and things like that. And so I felt like when they started thinking that it was some random person coming down the chimney in a uniform, like it was still in some of the work that she was putting into it. So I might have snuck behind the camera. Like, hey man, that's your mom did that, bro. That wasn't Santa Claus on team. So she might not know that based off the face. That is out the bag.
I will say though, as the kids started getting older and then they were asking who, how does he know and this and that, and when I slipped up a couple of times, I was like, hey, yeah, he brings the gifts, but I pay the invoice. Like, I
ain't got to take time.
I'm getting the bill for this. So you better ask right. So as they got older, that's kind of what I said before I moved into, it's me. And I will say, I did try it different ways with each kid. Like when Denim first came, we were out at that time. I was married to her dad, and we tried to do the spirit of giving. It's kind of what we said, what brought the gifts. And then his mom was like, my grandkid gonna have a Christmas. We gonna have a Santa Claus. Y'all gonna have a tree. So that's kind of how we got back into doing the traditional Christmas thing with the trees and all that kind of thing. So it's what you want to do. Make sure you communicate it throughout the family what your desire is and how you want to raise your kids. But ultimately, we know that the reason for the season is our Lord and Savior Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
So my kids are 27 and 20, and they still think there's a Santa.
Oh my God. Every day, Santa.
Because they don't hold back when they come to ask him for something during the holidays. I was like, there is no Santa. What's really you told us that anyway. But Denim's right. BJ probably was the one that spoiled it. He always does that. I knew my kids were ready when the day they were playing hide and seek, and they found all the Christmas gifts in my closet.
Right.
Oh man.
And they were like, my son said, "Ma, Santa came early." And I was like, "Nope, it's on layaway here at the house." But I think, and then I had a kid who was like 6.5 years younger than him, and he made every point. He thought it was the biggest deal to tell him it wasn't a Santa when he could understand that. I think that's what he did with you too.
Yeah.
So he ruined it for you guys.
He did. Okay, because now I know. And I give mom her flowers.
But yeah.
We're gonna move on to the last question of this segment, guys. What advice would you give to someone who feels overwhelmed by the holidays? Overwhelmed, lonely, etc. Like, what do you guys want to, tell the audience?
And then what you don't do, look at all those
Value and impact. What is going to bring the most value to the moment that you're trying to create, and that's going to bring the biggest impact probably either that year or years to come with whatever you're trying to do.
Well, I talked to my mom today. I'd say get out of your comfort zone. Somebody invites you over. Take that opportunity, with open arms.
I think I would just say just take time to yourself and breathe. And, just try and relax and not stress about things you can't control.
I would just say take a deep breath and pray. I would say know yourself. If you need time and you are feeling overwhelmed, get up early when people are sleeping so you have that space to be able to do what you do in a peaceful environment. Or stay up late, take a nap during the day and do it at night. Know yourself. Are you an early bird? Are you a night? What works best for you? And then on the second part, invite people in, like your kids if they're around you. When they want to help you, when you see the joy on their face when they're helping you, even if it's a mess or it's not the way you would want it, to see them happy and they're excited to help, it will refill you. So remember, it's about the people. It's not about the task and all the list. It's about the people. So invite the people in and know yourself. Know the person you are and how you work.
Yeah, so I would say, all of this was great advice in regards to what you do when you're overwhelmed. But I think one of the key parts that keeps coming up is putting yourself in a space where you are fellowshipping with other people. I know holidays are really hard for a lot of people. Sometimes you've lost loved ones, and sometimes it's just hard to be with those that you love. But I just say, try to find your people, and just be open to new experiences, new environments where you can be amongst other people. I'm addressing more so like the lonely part or missing loved ones. It's just try to, fellowship with, those that who are still around if you can. Even if that's through, now we have things like FaceTime and, all types of virtual ways you get with family. I would just say reach out, so that others can see how you're doing, so you can see how they're doing. Check on people. That would be mine.
I was just saying that also creating new traditions. So like as somebody, I lost my dad 4 years ago, and it was right before Thanksgiving, and his birthday is November 13th. So a new tradition we have in our home is we put up our Christmas tree on his birthday. Every year, we make sure as a family we put up the tree because my dad loved Christmas. So every year we feel his presence. As soon as on his birthday we celebrate him. We have our Guatemalan tamales. And we put up our Christmas tree and we listen to music and we watch a Christmas movie, and it's just doing those little things like Pop said, that remind us of the people that have passed on.
I love that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So segment 3 is holiday hot takes. What is one word you use to describe the holiday season and why? Family, because really I just make it a point to spend time with family. So again, I'm usually away from a majority of my family. So in one way or the other, I try to, whether I'm flying into someone or flying like my children in, is just to be around family. That's what makes it a holiday for me.
Grateful. A lot of families nowadays don't even come together. They don't want to spend time with each other. But I think we're blessed that we look forward to the days that we can spend time together, laugh together, and create memories.
So Becky, the word to me is rest. Because I work hard during work time. And when you have a holiday or time to get with family, it's a time to chill. So I use it for that.
Word I would use is festivity, because holidays are mainly festive acts of things that we use to celebrate. And let's take Christmas, for example. Christmas is obviously a festive holiday where we give out presents and we celebrate the glory that God has given to us.
Amen. Because
Say, man, look at it.
Yeah, I would definitely say family, just because it's a time when we can all come together with ones that we don't see, every day, or even every year, but and just to feel the love that we all share for one another.
You know what? Ain't nobody gonna say it, so I'm gonna say it.
Love.
Oh, no. Lit! We was lit the holidays in the this one, like, lit. But it was fun. Like, I just love having time with my family. We played a game today. It was like baby food, and stuff like that. Like, that to me, it's like fun. It was
Noisy. Noise.
Oh my gosh. You gonna give me this mic. Love.
I would say family, but everyone said it.
Oh, no.
But ultimately, it's love. Because no matter if you're family or not, you want to be inclusive. Love for people we don't know when we serve them. I think that our culture has centered these traditions in our calendar to help us focus on others and ourselves and people around us. And it's all about love.
And to piggyback off of that, I would say unity, because I think it doesn't matter whether you're blood, whether you're not, we're coming together to unify, to become, like a family, in love, all of these things. We're coming together from all different walks of life, different generations to come together. I mean, just to come together. And I think that's exactly what we did this holiday.
One word.
I think it's good. I would have to go with remembering, because every year around the holiday season, that's what I find myself doing the most. It's just really reflecting, remembering just the good times that you have when family come together. I'm from a big family, and like my niece said, we turn up for the holidays. So I married into another big family and do the same thing. So I don't think that's by accident.
Yeah. Speaking. I would say my word would be blessed, because just being away at school for multiple years, you just kind of, have a different outlook on holidays. You like, not able to be around these folks, and you're so used to being around everybody, and then it's a culture shock to not be around your family during like Thanksgiving. I've been able to see them for a long time for Christmas, so I just kind of cherish it more and more each year, and just the blessing to be around, to still have people in your life. Still have my grandparents and my parents in my life, my cousins, uncles, everybody.
Ooh, them offsprings, girl. They good, girl. You got good offspring. That's my other baby.
Okay, here we go. Let's take that one. All right, so next question. What is the most meaningful holiday memory you ever had, and why does it stand out?
The most, if I had to pick one, it would be in 2020, because that was the first year I ever got my actual gaming console. And that might sound silly at first, but you have to think about it. I was supposed to not get the PS4. And I kept working hard in school. I kept doing what I was supposed to do. And my dad must have thought, this kid still didn't care about that. I'm going to get it for him. And he got it for me anyway. And so when I first saw it, I was like, Mom, we got to set this up before Dad sees. And when I saw my dad come into the room, I thought I was going to get in trouble. But he just stood there smiling. I was like, what's going on? And then he explained to me that since I still worked hard and was dedicated to that, he still got me in anyway. And the reason why it stands out to this day is because no matter what may bring downfalls in your life, there's always a way to get back up to the same part you were in.
Inspiration. I know. The lineage of our family.
It's December of 1996. My father was a handshake kind of guy, and throughout my life, we shook hands when things were cool. And my father died March 1st, 1997. And for me, when I left Chicago to go to Austin after visiting my family Christmas in 1996, he actually hugged me. And when he hugged me, I knew it was the last time I would see him. So that's That's my most memorable memory.
Isn't it ironic? It was 2019. I actually have a picture of it. It was my last hug I gave my dad. And it was, I went to go surprise him for Thanksgiving. Literally walked up on him when he was outside working on a car. And he was like he saw a ghost because he didn't know I was coming. And then I remember, giving him that last hug and spending that last holiday with him. Again, just one of those things. You just, like you said, you got that hug. Something felt different, in that moment. I didn't know why, but I thank God every day for it. That was the last, tangible moment I had with him, was embracing him.
I kind of knew why, because he was just that kind of guy he wouldn't usually hug.
I love that, though. That's beautiful.
I'll speak quickly, but mine was 2015. I was in a really crazy transition, single mom of 4 in college, and didn't have any money. And no matter what, everywhere I looked, God was providing for me. A Christmas tree, gift cards were coming out of the wazoo. And I remember sitting there in the apartment looking at my kids opening up blankets and stuff, and I had not a single gift did I buy. And that was very memorable for me because God still provided no matter what.
Mm-hmm. I would say though, just on this note, I should have said this during the advice earlier. I think recording and taking pictures is so important. I know that my generation, we're very consumed in our phones, but I have no pictures of Grandma Delita on my phone, at all. Really, because I was young at that time, phones were just starting, and at that time we was kind of told to get off our phones. But my God, nowadays I'm sitting here with y'all oh my God, look at them just walking and breathing and smiling. That's just so important to me because I wish I could look back on those moments. I wish I could look back. The only reason I can really remember that Christmas so clear is because we have that video. We all sitting there crying. I got no idea. I have all these moments that I can sit and laugh at because it's on our phone. So yeah, recording those moments, so important.
All right, so our final question for segment 3 would be, what's one dish that's eaten during Christmas that needs to go?
Chitlins. And I to go back to I just have to say this, to go back to the previous question. I have a memory of us being at Candy's house and somebody spilled the whole pot of chitlins. And I just will never remember that smell, I will never forget that smell. That's all. Chitlins need to go.
Honestly, there are no bad dishes when it comes to Christmas, but there are some bad dishes when it comes to other holidays. But one dish. If I had to pick, it would probably be, if anyone does this out there, potato salad.
I can't really think of a dish. I'm gonna be honest with you. Unless you don't know how to make dressing, then it's gotta go. I said if you don't know how to make it right, then it's gotta go.
That too.
Green bean casserole.
Oh, girl.
Did she make it? Look, she made it.
I have to double down on the chitlins. Chitlins.
I don't get memories since I never use it.
Say one, and again, I'm a collard green kind of girl. So mustard and turnips, just the texture of them drives me crazy. Most people like them. I can't handle it. It has to be either collards or kale for me.
For me, I would have to say. I mean, I guess I would have to go along with chitterlings. Some people say it's like, isn't it like oysters? Kind of.
No.
It's not. It's just all fine. So you can say if you clean them out good, they shouldn't stink. It's still some poop that gotta come through. Okay, so this one I'm about to say. I'm not saying it because it's bad. I'm not saying it because we ate it today. I'm not saying this because of anything that's happening recently. I'm saying because we eat this 365 days out the year. Chicken. It needs to go.
No, it needs to stay.
Chicken, it was great. But we have it any day. We can't have smoked turkey legs and every day. The chicken gotta go.
Hold on a second. Let me answer my phone.
Wait a minute.
I just got to talk in the black card.
Chicken This the problem. Hey, I will say, it's something in the chicken. I'm telling you, y'all see how y'all got me like that? I will say, this is the first time my black family came to visit me. First time I heard chicken on Thanksgiving. No fried chicken on Thanksgiving. But what I would say have to go is stuffing or dressing. What? If it ain't right, it ain't right. Pass it right. Yes, you need to leave. I told you it's not right. It's not right. It has to be.
But one thing that has to go.
Yes.
Give me that mic. One thing that has to go for Thanksgiving is my family played a game that made my grandson throw up. Because they gave him baby food. If anything needs to go for Thanksgiving, it is baby food. Not one my grandson baby food anymore. Everything else is great. No more baby food for non-babies.
Alright guys, we are done with our segment. We're about to go into our game. I'm so excited. We are doing a holiday this or that. So family, I'm going to say 2 options. You're only going to say the options, and I might pick on 2 people to say why, okay? But right now we're just saying the options, okay? Alright, cool. I'm going to start off. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
We just yell it out, whatever your answer is, okay? Holiday this or that. Real tree or artificial tree?
Real tree. Artificial tree.
Artificial. Auntie, you the only one that said artificial first, so I want to know why from you.
I don't like the needles. I don't like the needles. I don't want to clean it up. I could spray some evergreen spray on the situation. I do not want to sweep up all those needles.
Auntie, you said real, I believe. Why?
The funny thing is, I never do real. I like the smell of it though.
Yes.
And as far as like putting up the stuff, I mean, I know it won't be prickly, but the smell will be amazing.
We can't.
Disclosure, she just came out of Jamaica.
Next one. Wrapping gifts or using gift bags?
Wrapping gift bags. Gift bags. Cash. Oh.
Gift bags.
Right there,
It depends on the age.
gift bag.
I would just say, I mean, a lot of my stuff comes in an envelope anyway. So, Liz, why?
Wrapping gifts because I love to see everyone unwrapping a gift, no matter if they're just wasting paper, you know, it doesn't matter. I love to wrap them. It makes me know that they will hopefully feel that I put a lot of thought into the gifts, being able to wrap each one.
She does.
All right, white Christmas lights or colorful ones?
Colorful.
White.
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 White. Who's that colorful?
White.
I say
I did.
I mean,
I said
say
colorful.
white.
Depends where they're at.
Right.
I like colorful lights because they're fun. They're festive. They're
If you
bright.
go white lights.
not boring.
But I thought of white lights.
It's a pre-lit tree. It's like a snowy tree, but on the outside of my house, I have.
That's true.
That's what I have multi lights. All of my light screens that I have in my bin it's fun. Like it's fun.
Agreed.
Who said white?
I like white inside.
Why?
I like the white lights.
I think it just like it's kind of peaceful. It gives like kind of like that ambiance actually in our home, but outside, like turn up all the different colors, all the little like change up. I just don't have a house yet, so when I get that house, I'm doing all the things.
Including that real tree.
That'd be a win.
Yeah.
All right, next one, guys. Eggnog or hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate.
Chocolate.
Hot chocolate, but 60
Eggnog. Eggnog.
Yeah. My sister, why we picking eggnog?
I don't like chocolate on black, but I know I'm chocolate, but I don't like chocolate. I like chocolate, but I just like, I don't know, I'm lactose too. I like eggnog. I don't know. I'm weird. I don't know.
All right, y'all. Opening presents on Christmas Eve or Christmas morning?
Christmas morning. Both.
Christmas.
Like, I used to
Auntie, why both?
Both.
Because I remember we used to do these sometimes. Why both?
Yes. Right.
I mean,
Auntie,
it's
why?
like midnight.
Oh,
You open up midnight.
I like to build. I like to build up the drama.
Drama.
So I always let the boys choose a gift to open the night before, like the night before, and then the next day, because we're at my husband's people house, and that is, I mean, if you can see the size of this room, it is full to capacity, and it's an all-night affair opening gifts. So we try to start early. We'll do Christmas Eve, then we'll get up Christmas morning, do some more, then we'll go to my husband's family.
What happens when your kids pick like the best gift you got? Do you not let them open it that night?
No, they can choose whatever they want. Oh, I mean, they so happy, they don't care. They get up. I'm gonna tell you something. I told my kids, I said this year I'm gonna give you guys cash. You know, they're like, why? Why? And I'm like, you guys are old enough. They're like, no, mom, we'd rather I'll give you my list. It's my kids, it's like, today, nobody give them a $7 amount. Like, you want to buy it. They really.
Exactly.
So that's where they coming from. I already know that.
All right, giving gifts or receiving gifts?
Giving.
Everybody agree on that? Ugly Christmas
He
sweaters
said
or
receiving.
I didn't say receiving.
Go ahead.
Oh,
He's the youngest at the couch.
Right.
That's okay.
Ugly sweater or what?
or matching family pajamas.
Matching.
Yeah, we all agree. That's cute.
I low key was in the store and I felt like I've been letting my family down because we don't have one picture with matching family pajamas.
Really?
Like,
What is that?
Well, it's
The children's present a great sale.
All right.
so right now.
I saw
It's over. Don't worry about it.
They got the onesie right there.
Home cooked holiday meal or takeout to avoid the stress.
It can do both. If I know a good caterer, I would rather a caterer come in and cook for me.
Yeah, but I don't get that was the choice.
I'm seeing a common theme in a lot of your
Yeah, it's saying
Whatever.
it's saying takeout. Just not.
Like, it's like take out.
Okay, I'll check out. I was
Really? Honestly?
I like to find a really good soul food caterer. So that you talk about relieving stress during the holidays.
very good.
That's the way to relieve stress.
And
on
that's
holidays.
okay. And that's okay.
That's okay.
That's the single way. Money is no option.
No, that's not true. Health is important in terms of my stress level. If this reduces stress, we're catering from a soul food place,
I don't know if that's gonna go over.
and we're gonna enjoy that like
This is only for people who really make money. Exactly.
Oh, that's crazy.
Somebody.
I make money. I rather not cook. That's why I get back.
All right, watching holiday movies or listening to holiday music.
Right.
You look
I think
yes, they got sad clothes.
Wait a minute, what about, is there a game on that choice? Game.
Watching the game.
Okay, so he said watch it. Okay. All right, snowy Christmas or tropical vacation?
Tropical vacation.
Snowy Christmas. Snowy Christmas.
Liz, I want you to say why snowy Christmas, and Mom, I want you to say why tropical vacation.
I mean, I just think that
So she can put that sticker in there. Not going to this
right. Snowy Christmas because I love white fluffy snow waking up on Christmas morning.
Right.
Yes.
I would say a tropical vacation. I love it. I love heat.
Yes.
I mean, I like to be somewhere where I'm happy. You know, it's great to have family around. And, you know, celebrate the holiday. Again, it's about family for me. So family with some good weather, some good drinks, some good food. Girl, I can't
All right.
Thanksgiving 2025.
And the last one of this, like, holiday, this or that, we're talking movies, right? We're talking, you know, Black Heart could be revoked if you don't know these movies, okay? Almost.
Why you looking over here?
I know y'all know. Almost Christmas or this Christmas?
This Christmas.
Y'all know Almost Christmas. I like the baby. Almost Christmas.
Yeah, me neither. No, this Christmas.
Almost Christmas. Who was on Almost? Oh, I don't know.
That's this Christmas.
No.
I was gonna say Die Hard.
No.
I'm video on that.
Alright, that was all it is for that. Mom, please give us our wrap-up question for this episode.
All right, so our wrap-up question is, what's one thing you think everyone should do this holiday season to make it extra special?
Be around
Others.
Be around. Not necessarily friends, family. Be around other humans.
Write everyone in your life that's impacted you a card.
Have a prayer, and in that prayer, thank God for all that He's done on every holiday and every day that you breathe.
I would say do something extra. You know, a lot of times we just don't feel like doing things, whether that's cooking or whatever. I would say do it and do it with love. I think it'll be a soul stretcher for you.
According to my family, cook.
Be present.
What's one thing you think everyone should do this holiday season to make it extra special?
Make it extra special. Be conscious about where you're spending your money. I feel like we get ready to hit a patch in this country's history that's going to be strange. So it's kind of weird how we're politically with it, but I'm going to be more conscious about where we spend money.
Yeah. I agree.
What do we do? Stay off your phone unless you know that it's significant.
Oh.
Oh, I love that.
The phone unless what your significant other.
I think be intentional about creating new traditions and just being really intentional about doing something to show the people in your direct and indirect daily interactions how much you love them or how much they mean to you. You know, just going out of your way to do something special for them.
What you doing?
Sorry, I keep doing that.
What I would do to make this holiday season extra special, I would just say surprise someone. It don't matter what it would be. It don't matter if it's a bad or good surprise. It don't matter if it's a trip to, let's say, Florida or just a surprise or something. But just surprise someone. Like, you mean Disney? You mean Disney World, right?
It surprised me with the BB gun. I mean, surprised me with Go ahead, Liz.
And I would say just spending time with those you love.
All right, guys, we want to thank you all. First off, to my family, I love y'all so much. We love y'all down. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this special Christmas episode. We couldn't do this without you guys' support and love and laughs. So thank you so much. Mommy, you want to say something else? No, I'm going to piggyback off of you and say that and thank Levi for joining us in this sleep. You know, Levi's near and dear. This is my grand doll. Yeah. So, I'll just say thank you to everyone. This has been a wonderful experience. Everyone has participated. They have followed instructions. So I appreciate everyone that's here. Yeah, and like always, make sure you guys are following us on all social media platforms at The Biz Podcast. That is the BISS Podcast. Who knows? You might be featured on one of our episodes. DM us something crazy about holidays that you had. Maybe something went wrong. Maybe something went really well. We want to know. So DM us on the page.
Mom, what do we say to those families, those haters who are, hating on people's, parenting styles or anything that this holiday season? Bitch, please. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. Family, can we say bye to the channel? Bye.